Hello, everyone, and I want to thank you for attending this meeting about leadership and emotional intelligence at American Diagnostics. I'd like to begin this meeting by looking at the positives from our 2023 first quarter leadership and morale analysis. So, the accessioning team and specimen entry team they've done a great job considering that we have had such a large increase in orders and rapid growth in the company. Similarly, the grossing and histology team have been producing very high quality trimmed tissue and specimen processed onto slides. I want to give a big shout out to the stain quality. We get very little complaints from physicians. The distribution team, you've been doing an excellent job balancing workloads. I know that it can be very hard negotiating with pathologists about how many cases per day they can take and organizing yourself for future day and workloads. Pathology team, I appreciate your dedication to excellence in terms of diagnostics. You have certainly been integral in forging our relationships with clients. And lastly, reference slide filing team. I hear great things about your retrieval time and the detailed documentation of cases and slides in according to laboratory state laws. Now, as tempting as it is to focus on the positives, today we are here to discuss the negatives of our leadership and morale analysis. So, first of all, we need to acknowledge that the turnover time in cases has increased. It is not at this level yet, but it will soon become unacceptable to me and the leadership. The company relationships are being compromised due to high turnover times. Pathologists, I know you do your best, but this delay has been leading to inconsistent diagnosis and collaboration between treatment teams is inconsistent. The order backlogging and unnecessary wait times are due to our inefficiencies in production and distribution flow. We do have identifiable problems in management. Our two main problems are the lack of transparency, which have been leading to redundancies and inefficiencies in workflow. Additionally, we're seeing a disengaged staff that is leading to a compromised client experience and quality of healthcare. So I'd like to take a greater look into the identifiable problems. So the lack of transparency. Specimen processing team has been asked to stay late and work overtime. It's at a bit disproportional rate as reported by our staff, especially compared to support service roles such as imaging, distribution, and reference. Poor communication and jar count management in distribution between the pathology team. This is leading to compromises that have been hampering our case turnover times, and additionally, it's been a hindrance to continuity and treatment. The poor collaboration between the grossing and histology team. I know you guys have your disagreements in methods, but you cannot fail. You can't be failing to express your differences. Technicians, you're seen often trying to do lone wolfing style work. This is not acceptable. So moving on to our disengaged staff, we have a poor relationship between department technicians and their leaders. We've been reporting feelings of being just another cog in the greater machine. Technicians do not feel as though their leaders care about the personal development. As coming as a former pistol technician, I understand your dissatisfaction with the lack of investment in your education. Technicians and support services are unwilling to take cross-departmental work and collaboration. This has clearly led to a lack of team unity. And lastly, our support service teams reported unwillingness to report and seek advice from management due to feelings of disconnect in management. So our solutions to the problem is going to be increasing your knowledge of emotional intelligence. This is the capacity to recognize our own feelings and those of others for motivating ourselves and managing emotions well in ourselves and in our relationships. Emotional intelligence is important because it's the glue that holds us together. In a 2021 TEI study, it was found that transformational leadership behaviors are positively associated with higher levels of TEI in management teams. Additionally, transformational leadership behaviors are positively associated with greater passion for work and leadership. TEI also has the ability to mediate the relationships between leaders and form positive emotional state of passion in subordinates. Higher level of positive emotions between TEI and subordinate cohesion and subordinate passion influences their perception of cohesion in the team environment. In our research for emotional intelligence and the management and leadership roles, we found that Rosa Mendinga had a very interesting study for transformational approach emotional intelligence. She found that TEI behaviors include projection of charismatic vision, inspiring group members to perform above normal tasks, and providing intellectual stimulation for group members, as well as looking after the emotional needs of group members. Similarly, Alexander Argianas, vice president of real estate evaluation consulting firm Argianas and Associates, cited that active listening skills, exercising self-awareness, identifying and dealing with poor social behaviors via constructive feedback, and acknowledging and providing affirmations to members have created a very strong workflow environment and has eliminated confusion when it comes to miscommunication. Now, the results are proven. EI in the workplace suggests a 400% higher retention rate, 50% increase in reported inspiration, 50% decrease in lost time accidents, and 40% improved productivity. All this comes with a nearly 1,500% increase in investment on EI. So looking at emotional intelligence specific to a healthcare setting, according to Travis Price, technical skills still rank the highest in importance. However, it's important to note that soft skills, including integrity, dependability, and respect for others, are not far behind at 3.85, 3.65, and 3.66 out of 4 ratings. Interestingly, when we compare the importance of satisfaction and EI skills, participants indicated that these skills are the greatest disparities. This study has substantial implications regarding the misplacement of focus. What this means is perhaps we're focusing too much on the technical skills rather than soft skills. So our solutions begin with evaluations. In order for us to understand emotional intelligence, we need to gauge where we stand in terms of EI strengths and weaknesses. This begins with emotional intelligence evaluation form. This form is going to be issued by leadership to subordinates, beginning with technicians evaluating their team leads. Team leads will then evaluate their supervisors, and supervisors will evaluate administrative and management leaders. Lastly, at the top, the administrators and managers, you will evaluate each other. We'll be using the emotional intelligence evaluation form sourced from DIE, Leadership in Healthcare Essentials. Once we've completed the evaluations, you will be issued the report on where you can improve. Now, in order to improve, we're going to provide you all with seminars, including active listening skills, self-regulation, self-awareness, conflict management, and constructive feedback, just to name a few. Each team member, you will need to complete at least 3 seminars. Seminars will be suggested, but you can choose whichever one you want. In order to evaluate what you've learned, we will be conducting inter-team meetings. These will be held bi-weekly. Each team will have the opportunity to meet with another to discuss any disparities between them or inefficiencies, but most importantly, what you guys can do in terms of collaborative measures. Goal of these is to foster a collaborative bond and strategies to foster a healthier and a more efficient work environment. Think about how your team can nurture each other. If this is an opportunity for you to educate, then do that, because that's going to separate you from the next person. For leaders, this is not a system for implementing hierarchy. I really want to emphasize that. What this means is that you and your team are collaborating on a departmental level, and you're really speaking on equal terms. This applies to pathologists as well. In order to measure our accomplishments, we'll be mirroring the system used by Rosa Mendinga. The individual level measures include passion, gauged by reports of enthusiasm, pride, and joy, and excitement. And cohesion will be gauged via the itemized scale, including items such as in my department, we usually help each other, which will be rated on a scale from 1 to 5. Lastly, team emotional intelligence measures will be using the Team Try Meta Mood scale. So this initiative that we're bringing here to this Massachusetts branch is going to be a step in a much larger plan. We hope to use the measures taken from this initiative to demonstrate legitimate and long-lasting improvements in communication and collaborative efforts between departments and laboratory systems. If this initiative is successful, then we will be moving to implement this education system in different laboratories in Massachusetts. And if that works, then we're going to move to a national level where our peers in Phoenix, Dallas, and California will be educated in the same manner that you guys have in order to foster a better EI environment. I want this to be known because individuals will be handpicked to lead these initiatives across the state, and those who are considered will be considered for future leadership roles. And we're looking to truly revolutionize the leadership at American Diagnostics. So thank you for your time, and I really look forward to putting this in action.